Um, Actually, let me connect to the Bluetooth real quick too. It's the Rodecaster, right? We're live. Okay. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Hefe Beast, man. This episode 4 of Foolery Hour. You know what I'm saying? Coming right here live from Community Love in Norfolk. Powered by Town Foolery VB, as well as Future World Sport Network, the global standard. I'm your host, Hefe Beast, man, producer, A&R, songwriter, composer. I know a lot of y'all have heard about me by now, but if not, I got a lot of great content on the way. Who is Hefe Beast 2? I just uploaded the album before I came here. So I'm gonna talk about the release date later. But that's gonna be huge, man. Virginia compilation album, all Virginia artists, all my beats from scratch. I got a few producers actually that helped me this time, so we got a couple collabs on there. So it's gonna be real special, man. I'm gonna talk more about it later, man. But if you don't know what Foolery Hour is, Foolery Hour is a podcast, that I created to, give people their flowers in the Virginia area, not just 757, but 804 as well. And we also focus on talking about sports, upcoming events, local music, industry music, and you know what I'm saying? We like to have a little fun. So let's get right into it, man. So Tomfoolery Clothing, we're based out of Virginia Beach. It's run by me and Connor, established in 2018. We provide custom embroidery and screen printing services. So if you need any type of merch, make sure y'all let us know. Speaking of Tomfoolery, shout out Lise Millie. She couldn't be here tonight, but that's the homie. Shout out Lise Millie. She always showing love. Okay. Lead the Lunatic, man. Shout out I Support. They always rocking Tomfoolery, so shout out to them. High Class, Top Shelf Exotics, and Go Buzz. That's family. Shout out to them. And yeah, we'll be dropping our spring collection very soon, man. We in the works with it right now. So y'all stay tuned for that. That'll be dropping on our website, tomfooleryvb.com. You know what I'm saying? You can follow us on Instagram, tomfooleryvb as well. So make sure y'all stay up to date on everything we got going on, man. Just follow that Instagram and stay tuned. We'll be dropping the spring collection probably in like the next 3 or 4 weeks. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man. So how I like to start it off, I like to go over some new music releases that just dropped. These drops will be from 2 weeks ago, I think. Since I wasn't here last week, I'm gonna cover some stuff that dropped about 2 weeks ago. So getting right into it, man. The first album I want to cover is CEO Trail, the collection volume 2. I really gave that joint a 9.5 out of 10. I've been following Trail since like 2020. When he first came out, he was with Playmakers, which is Run That Back Turbo, the producer. That's his producer group. So he started coming out with them, and then he kind of branched off and started working with a lot of Atlanta producers. I feel like every project he put out, he gets better, and his flows get even more craftier and creative. He one of the real special artists that's kind of standing out in the ATL scene right now, man. And he's consistent. You know what I'm saying? His beat selection has been top tier. You know what I'm saying? He's working with producers like Traumatone. Shout out Traumatone from Charlottesville, VA. Young Icy, Section 8, and a lot of other big producers, man. So shout out CEO Trail. I thought this project is very well put together from top to bottom. It's like really a no skip to me. It flowed really well. The bars were there, the flows, beats, everything was there. You know what I mean? So my favorite joints on the album are Part of My Player, Sick of Me Too, Substance, and Crack Flow too, man. So y'all make sure y'all check that out now. If y'all don't know about CEO Trail, go look him up right now when you get off the stream, man, and tap in, man. I guarantee you're gonna find some songs you like. Get into the next industry artist. I want to talk about Lil Tyler. He a young dude coming out of Florida, man. He tough. He got some really dope music, man. I gave his album like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. It was a really solid first album, and we got to remember he's young, so his music is gonna grow as he grows and as he ages. So I gave I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 because I feel like he could have got outside the box just a little bit more. Like the beats that he picked was stuff that he's already been doing. So I would have liked to see him like branch out to some other producers that's making other type of beats and really expand his sound. But I'm sure we'll see that on the next album. This is his debut album, I think. So he probably tried to play it safe, pick the beats he used to people like hearing them on, and he kind of went about it that way. So it was a safe play. That's why I gave it a little bit of a lower score, but the quality was there. They were already used to hearing. So The cool beats. I really like him for his voice and flow. Like I said, he young, so you could tell he young with his voice, but it's dope. Like his lingo is dope. He got that Florida style, and he's really sticking. He's really standing out, man. Florida's coming back on the scene, man. I mean, Kodak been put Florida on the scene, but this is just a new age. You know what I'm saying? A new era, a new sound. So shout out Lil Tyler. You know what I'm saying? He's young. His confidence is already super crazy. You know what I'm saying? I love the Florida style. I love the lingo. My favorites from the album are Stand on Biz, Can't Move Wrong, and Montclair on My Coat. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just wish he would have went outside the box just a little bit more, but that's all right, man. Shout out Lil Tyler, man. Shout out Florida. Next album I want to get into, man, is Larry June and The Alchemist, The Great Escape. I gave that album a 9 out of 10, man. If y'all don't know about Larry June, he's one of the most consistent rappers on an industry level in the past 5 years at least. You know what I'm saying? Along with like Money Man and Currency, they've been going crazy for a while now. You know what I'm saying? So Dirk too, you know what I'm saying, a few other industry rappers. I feel like this album was excellent. It's one of those you can play like on a rainy night, just driving, or a bright sunny day, man. It's really got some great vibes. The Alchemist is, you know, he's a true legend and student of the game as far as production and, you know, his ear for things. And he's always, you know, I feel like I put him and Harry Fraud in the same box because they love to do collab tapes with artists, and they usually pick some of the most lyrical artists in the game. You know what I mean? Like Currency, like French Montana, and Larry June, and a few others. You know what I'm saying? That Harry Fraud has worked with in the past. Dave East. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. But going back to the album, I feel like, you know, Alchemist and Harry Fraud, they've been in their own lane for years. So it was dope to see him put something together with Larry June because they styles really fit together. So I thought that was really dope. Larry June, his ad libs, the a like just little shit like that, and his flow, his messages, and his songs is mad positive, and it make you want to go out and get some money. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not working hard, it make you want to get up and work harder. So shout out Larry June, man. I love motivational music and music with substance. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of trap music going on. It's got nice beats and it's cool to listen to, but what is they really talking about? What message are they really trying to get across? And are they, you know what I'm saying, passing messages along that's going to help the next generation out? So Larry June, I like him, man. He's real dope. He's in his own lane. As far as favorite songs, I want to say Summer Rain was number one with that Ty Dolla Sign. Boy, that joint's so crazy. I kept that on repeat. Palisades, California, and Solid Plan. That's a joint with Action Bronson. That shit was crazy. Action Bronson killed it. And then there's a joint with Big Sean. I think that's the Palisades. It was crazy. So make sure y'all check out that Larry June and Alchemist album, The Great Escape. And then the last industry artist I'm gonna go over today is the Currency and Jermaine Dupri album. I didn't get a chance to listen to that all the way through, so I can't really give it a fair score. I listened to a couple tracks off of it. Another very consistent rapper in the game. I mentioned his name earlier, but Currency's been around for like such a long time, man. And to like put out music consistently and not have your quality drop, I feel like I got to give him his flowers for that, because it's a lot of artists that's been in the game for a while, but they're not putting out the music that they used to or that they were in their prime. So Currency, I feel like he's still in his prime and he's still putting out quality content, man. Tape after tape after tape. He's got a lot of music out, and it's not easy to do that, to put out that type of quantity of music and then, you know, also have the quality go with it. So shout out Currency, man. He's been consistent for at least 10 plus years, man. Never reduced his quality. The project was dope. I would have never expected, you know what I'm saying, Jermaine Dupri and Currency to do an album. But, you know, I feel like it's cool to see, like, I don't know. I feel like Jermaine Dupri is a little bit older generation, and Currency's not new generation, but he's newer than Jermaine Dupri. So it was dope to see the two generations come together. Jermaine Dupri, he always has great production. He's worked with the legends like the Brat, Usher. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. He really put ATL on, and he doesn't get enough credit. So shout out Jermaine Dupri, shout out Currency. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine's unique production with Currency's unique flow, it was a match made in heaven, man. So shout out to them for putting that together. The punchlines was crazy. My favorite joint off that was Off the Lot for sure. Joint with 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching right now on YouTube and Twitch, make sure y'all leave a comment, man. Leave a comment in the chat right now about, you know, saying different industry music that I should check out for next week. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to try to go through the comments. I went through the comments for last week. I didn't really see too much. So if you're watching right now, make sure you drop a couple artists that I can check out, man. Listen to their music, and I'll definitely give them a review next week, man. So let's give them a round of applause. Those are the industry artists albums for the week. And real quick, man, before we continue, I wanna highlight the setup right here, like I always do. Everything up here is tomfoolery, man. We got the tomfoolery camo strap back, and we got this light baby blue and cream strap back with the duck on it. I talked about the duck last episode, but that is really like on the map of Virginia Beach. If you look up the map of Virginia Beach, you'll find this duck. It's an outline of Chicks Beach. So we trademarked that, and it's one of our most well-known logos, man. It really represents Virginia Beach, Chicks Beach, and the 757 as a whole, man. So shout out Tomfoolery. We got the fanny pack right here. Hold all your goodies, you know what I'm saying? Tomfoolery in the teeth. So crazy, so unique. I ain't seen nobody do that. Tomfoolery, we got the Tomfoolery Angels hat right here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the baseball fans. This is real dope. This right here is a product of Tomfoolery in a swirl. This joint's a strap back, you know what I'm saying? Red, real comfy. The joint I got on right now is a TF as well, man. So shout out Tomfoolery. Shout out Tomfoolery. Let's get into the next segment though, man. So I like to start off highlighting industry artists, and then after that, I like to go and tap in with some local artists in the area. So starting off with that, man, I want to shout out Kyrie 3600. He just dropped Money World 2, man. Kyrie 36, he been real consistent ever since like COVID. I've been following his music. And his team behind him, Huey and Cortez artists, like they really like, I like how they present their content. It's real professional, it's real clean, you know what I'm saying? From the cover arts to the drops to, you know, what they name the songs, everything is super professional and like it's on an industry level. So shout out to them for the presentation. It's excellent. It was a cool tape, man. Like I said, I love his team behind them. They keep putting out great, unique content. He's been super consistent. Shout out his producers, man, 100 miles per hour and OG Leak. They're my brothers right there. They really been going crazy. They got, I think OG Leak joint is called Best Friend. He got on the album. That's one of my favorites, actually. And then 100 miles per hour got Who the Fuck. That's the outro on the album. So those are my favorite too, to be honest, man. The beats and like how Kyrie came on that joint. And then the Persona joint he got with Fatty. Fatty's from Norfolk. Shout out Fatty. He's super consistent, man. His voice and his flow is like, it's real melodic and he's dope. He does like kind of like that Dirk, like melodic rap where he's like singing, but his rap is super hard. So shout out Kyrie 3600. He put together a really good album. My favorite part really was the cover art, bro. It was so crazy. I ain't never seen like a wax, like clay figure like that. And then how they did the cover art right behind that and the track list, like, it was a great tape, man. Really great tape. So shout out Kyrie 3600 and their whole team. Like I said, shout out my brothers 100 miles per hour. OG Leak, man. We're going to get some work in this year. And yeah, they got a lot more stuff on the way. So tap in 100 miles, Kyrie 3600 and OG Leak, man. They all from Suffolk, man. So shout out Suffolk, shout out 75. Let's get right into the next artist, man. 2K Mello. He dropped a tape called SRTs and 223s. I thought that joint was tough. I saw, I want to say Quello, my boy Quello Go Crazy, and 100 miles per hour. They both posted it because they had a song or two up there. I think Quello had a joint with Young Crazy and 2K, and then 100 miles per hour had a beat up there as well. So I really like 2K Mello. This was my first time listening to him. I've heard his name before, but I never had the chance to check out his music. So I was glad that I was finally able to check it out. The cover art was dope. You know what I'm saying? He's a dope artist. He has some really dope features up there. I mentioned Young Crazy. He also had Why I Sent Capo. I really like Capo. His last tape was super hard. And then Fatty, man. Fatty's been super consistent in the game. And like I said, his voice is so unique. It's so melodic and it's great, man. I can see Fatty really going places. You know, my favorite tracks from the tape were C4 Freestyle. I think that's the intro on the album. And he had a couple features on that one. So I want to shout out 2K Mello, man. Keep going crazy. You picked some really good beats, bro. I like the flow. And I want to give it, I don't even know. I want to give it like an 8 out of 10, man. I feel like it was very well put together. The features on it was crazy. And like I said, he gives me that VA trap sound. So it was dope. It was a good album. I'll definitely keep checking them out, man. And then last but not least, I had a song drop April 11th. Produced by myself. The artist is Contra Saturn, that's CONTRA space $ATURN. It's an artist I met actually at one of the Trap House Coda show at Peabody's. It's called a Freak Show, happened back in February. And I got to meet Contra Saturn as well as Connor Orion, two dope guys from Florida. I believe Connor Orion, he's from Daytona Beach, and Contra Saturn, he's from D-Land, Florida, bro. So it's cool to take my production outside of Virginia, outside the DMV, and go all the way down to Florida, and you know what I'm saying, have my music touch some souls down there. So that's really dope. Me and Connor got some music on the way too. I ain't gonna say too much about it, but we got something on the way as well. And me and Contra Saturn, we definitely locked in. So that's just the first song, just a little taste of what we got to come. Speaking about the song, man, like that's one of my favorite beats that I made in like the past, you know what I'm saying, few weeks. That Menace to Society. It's just like that was the original beat. It's called Menace to Society, just because like the vibe it gave me was like that extraterrestrial outer space vibe. And then how Contra Saturn came on with his unique voice and his gritty bars, like it was crazy. It was a match. It was a match made in heaven type. And I actually played the record last night on the Link Up Experience. Shout out Rico Santana and Raya. I want to say. Sorry if I got your name wrong. But they host a Link Up Experience every Tuesday. It's Truth or Trash Tuesdays. It's on IG Live. And I really like what they do. They shout out artists. They play their music for about 2 minutes. And then people in the comments either give it a truth or trash. And then Rico, and they'll usually give some feedback on it. So I played this track last night, man. They really loved it. They showed love on the beat. They like, you know what I'm saying, how Contra was coming on the beat. And it's a really dope track, man. The beat really fits the lyrics, and it comes together to create this space vibe, man. This real spacey vibe. So like Thrax, I feel like is a perfect name for it, because it's just like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like you listen to the track, the intro comes on, the beat start playing, you like, yo, where am I at? I'm not even on this earth no more. And then Contra start rapping. So I just love how he came on that joint, man. I'm excited to get some more work in, man. Like I said, his lyrics are great. His voice is unique. And he's a hard worker, man. He also does a lot of production for Conor Orion. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot for Florida. So shout out to him, man. He's putting on a lot of events and doing a lot of great things. So I produced the record from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Did the drums, did the arrangement, all that is me, the melody, everything, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of many singles you can expect from me and him. We'll be dropping another one very soon. And like I said, Conor Orion is somebody that is managed, but also Contra Saturn manages him, but he produces for him as well. So shout out to them, man. Look out for them. They got a lot of good music coming on the way. A few tracks produced by me, like I said. And yeah, man, like it's cool, like I said, to get my music outside of the DMV and take it down to Florida, man, because it really just put my focus on not only the DMV and trying to, you know what I'm saying, get my name and build my brand out in the DMV, but just taking it across the East Coast, man. Me and my brother Navi, we did a collab album called Supreme Eminence. He's from Massachusetts. So I'm trying to get my name all over, man. I'm not just focusing on the 757. I'm focusing on the 804. I'm focusing on Virginia as a whole, DMV, you know what I'm saying, the whole East Coast. And then from there, I'm going to just start making my way across the country, and just FA Beats is about to be a real global brand real soon, man. So keep watching me. If you're not following me right now, you can follow me on Instagram, ELXJEFE. That stands for El Jefe. That's ELXJEFE. And like I said, if you want to follow Tom Foolery VB, we're on Instagram as well. That's TOM Foolery VB. So let's get into the spotlight, man. I know we got some people tuned in right now that's ready for the spotlight segment. What I like to do is give a lot of local musicians, engineers, producers, organizations. I like to give them their flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because I stay tapped in with who's doing what, you know, who's making moves, who's making noise, and I like to give them a shout out, man. So we're gonna get started with the artists first. I got a couple artists I want to shout out, and then some engineers. So starting off with the artists, I talked about 2K Mello's album he just dropped. That was dope. So shout out 2K Mello. Bobby Blaze, man, he's a dope artist. He's from Hampton. He's got a real dope sound, and I like his style and who he is as a person. Real authentic dude, always dropping gems, always trying to help out the community. So I really appreciate that about Bobby. I believe he's got a 420 podcast, or like a live stream coming up right here on Future Real Sport Network. That'll be 420, man. So you don't want to miss that. Definitely tap in with Bobby Blaze and Christian Lovechild and Future World Sport, man. They're going to be going crazy here all day. I think it's going to be like a 12-hour stream, so that's going to be insane. So make sure y'all tap in with Bobby Blaze. I want to say Bobby Blaze and my brother Re-Rock J, Ready Rock, they did a track together that dropped. And I think my boy Trey P from Richmond, he did the videography on that joint. So a lot of Virginia action. I think they filmed it in ATL too, something like that. So that was really dope, seeing that VA people go to ATL and really take over that scene. So shout out to Bobby, shout out Ready Rock. Getting right into the engineers, I want to start off with my boy Made by AK. Chris, you can follow him on Instagram right now, only with a K. That's my dog right there, man. He produced or he engineered my whole first album, Who is Hefe Beats, which is out right now everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to music at. All you got to do is type in Who is Hefe, Jefe Beats with a question mark. He did that whole mix and master on that, man. It sounds industry level. It sounds industry ready. And a little side note, he actually mixed and mastered my new album, Who is FABs 2, which I just uploaded tonight on DistroKid, man. So I'm gonna talk about the release date later on as the show closes out. But I finally got all the tracks in, man. So yeah, it's gonna be real special, man. I don't even want to talk too much about it. But Chris did the whole mix and master. He's one of the most talented engineers in Virginia, hands down. So make sure you tap in with him. His Instagram is _ only with a K. That's my brother right there. Real genuine guy. He knows a lot about music. His ear for music is good. So if you're looking for mixes, you're looking for any type of mixes and mastering, or even recording, make sure you tap in with Only with a K, made by AK Chris. That's my dog right there. We locked in. Any album I do, any project I do, Chris is gonna be mixing it, man. That's stamp. Getting into the next engineers, G Lit. I talk about her every episode, but she's super consistent. She also hosts Buko Open Mic every Wednesday, which is every week. Shout out to DJ J Rock and Virginia's Got Talent, and they going crazy. Khalid Bryant too, and then G Lit. So they usually switch off every other week. G Lit will host one week, and then Khalif will host another week. So shout out to them, man. That's where I really started at, was Buko, and then from there, you know what I'm saying, I started out performing, and a lot of other opportunities came because of that, man. So don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone, man, and do something different, man. Because everybody wants to be comfortable and sit in a box, but you got to find a way to set yourself apart. Whether you're a producer, whether you're an engineer, whether you're an artist, you got to find ways to be different and make it dope. So that's just a little 2 cents on that. And Baby Swerve, she's at Compound in Norfolk. I fuck with Baby Swerve hard. She's working with a lot of big artists. Super genuine, man. Super consistent. Just all around. She funny. She like to have a good time. So shout out Baby Swerve. I met her and I want to say Mouye B-Man Go Crazy back at Prime when they was at Prime. But like I said, she's at Compound now. So if you need some mixes, man, Compound looks like a dope studio. I haven't been myself. I want to check it out. But if you're looking for some mixes, mastering, definitely hit up Baby Swerve and Mouye and Beatman. I think they engineer as well. So shout out them boys. And then last but not least, my boy 100 Miles Per Hour. I talked about him earlier. He's a producer, but he also engineers. So if you need a session, tap in with him. I think his Instagram is just the number 100 and then MPH. It might be an underscore, but I think it's just 100 miles per hour. So shout out my boy Miles, man. Real solid dude. Young too, man. Young and hungry. So shout out them. I think him and OG Leak and a couple others, they just came back from ATL going stupid. So I see y'all, man. Keep going crazy, bro. Now I want to get into the local producer spotlight. So let's give it up. Let's give a round of applause real quick for the musicians and engineers that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Give them a round of applause. Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the engineers and the musicians, man. But now I want to dive right into the producer spotlight, man. I always talk about me, so I'm not even gonna get into that. Y'all know me, Hefe Beats. I got a lot of music out right now under my name. You can type in Hefe Beats on Apple Music and Spotify. I have a really big album coming out soon, real soon, real soon. Who is FABs 2? Virginia compilation album, man. I got some of the dopest artists in Virginia on it, from Richmond to Virginia Beach. So we going crazy. Shout out my boy Zell2 Trill. He from Virginia Beach. He do a lot of work with a lot of big artists. Ben Hunter, Izzy, Young Crazy. So he's been doing well for a while now. So I want to give him his flowers by let me see. Okay, next is Quello. Quello Go Crazy. I talked about him earlier. He just had a track come out on 2K Mello's album. I really like Quello. He's humble. He don't say too much, but he works hard. He's got a lot of dope songs with artists in the area. Young Crazy, Beach Boy Tay, A Uno, a lot of people, man. So Quello's been going crazy for a while. So that's my brother. We need to get some collabs in, Quello. So if you're watching, man, let's definitely lock in this year. I talked about Ready Rock. Real genuine, real funny dude. I like Ready Rock. He just did a record with Blobby Blaze, and I think he was actually rapping on it too. So shout out to the producers that's also tapping into their artist side and rapping and getting outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Another artist and producer that I always talk about that does that is 808 Turn 'Em Up too. Not only does he make his own beats, but he raps, writes his own lyrics, and engineers his own records. So anybody that can do the trifecta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta give them their flowers, because not everybody can do that. Next producer, 3 times did it. He from 804. I want to say he's linked up with the Illuminati movement with Key Money and Mom Made It and JD on the beat. They've been going crazy, man. I really been tapped in ever since I went to the Good People's event. Shout out Mal. I really been tapped in with 804, man. And 3 times did it. He's hard, bro. He's got some music dropping this week. Or I think he just had a song drop this past week, and some snippets he posted on the gram that was crazy. So 3 times did it. If you watching this, bro, we definitely got to lock in, bro. Shout out to you. Keep going crazy, man. And then last but not least, my boy Margella Merch. He's from the 757/804. Super dope producer, man. He does a lot of R&B and real melodic melodies. Me and him got a lot of collabs on the way. A lot of stuff in the vault. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be hearing from me and him real soon. Shout out my boy Margella, man. Real one. So let's give it up for all the local producers spotlight, man. Let's give them a round of applause real quick. You know what I mean? And we're going to get right into the local organization spotlight. Not only do I like to shout out to the musicians, engineers, producers, I like to shout out to the local orgs too that's making a difference in the area, either supporting artists, supporting the music, or giving opportunities for the creatives in the area. So starting off, I mentioned them earlier, but I'm going to mention them again. Go Buzz 757, High Class Top Shelf Exotics. Keep going crazy, man. Much love to y'all. Much love to Cannon Wealth as well as Zooskies. Y'all 4, man, the top 4 in the area in my book. Y'all know what's going on. Where the Heart Is and Team Lamb Inc. They got a event going on, Something in the Water weekend. It's called Love, a Something in the Water community stage. And they're giving opportunities for local artists to go up and perform. So that's going to be super dope. So shout out to them. Another event that's going on that weekend is run by the MSQ Shop. And they have a lot of local artists that's going to be performing. I think a beat battle as well. I saw Zeke and Nate G was up there. Shout out Zeke and VIP Studios. They got Sprinter buses and all types of stuff, man. So shout out Zeke. They've been going crazy for a while now. Who else was up there? G Lit, my boy G Salee was up there. Khalif Bryant. There was a lot of dope artists up there. G Lit was up there. So I'm excited to see that, man. Like I said, that's going to be my birthday weekend. So I'm going up all week. I'm trying to be active everywhere, networking, working my move, and having a good time, man. Just enjoying life, bro. You know what I mean? It's been a crazy year for me already. So I'm going to just enjoy that weekend, man, and just celebrate the wins. You feel me? So if you out on the ocean front that weekend, man, come tackle me, man. I'm going to be all over the place. So I think MSQ Shop, there's something indie, that's INDIE, some indie water. I want to say they was doing free tickets for that. I don't know if they still are now. I got me some free tickets because I said, why not? You know what I'm saying? Before the industry acts come on and something in the water, I'm trying to have something to do. So tap in with them if you're not already, because there's going to be a lot of events, a lot of networking opportunities that whole weekend. Speaking of something in the water too, they just added A$AP Rocky, Busta Rhymes, De La Soul, and a few other people. I think the Jonas Brothers too. So it's gonna be some crazy acts out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter who's on the lineup, you're gonna have some people that want to hate on the lineup for whatever reason. They just want to join the wave, and since everybody else mad at the lineup, they want to goddamn follow the lead. And I think it's a dope lineup. I think Pharrell really delivered, and I don't think that's gonna be the end. I think there's gonna be some more big artists that get announced. You know what I'm saying? So don't fall into the hype of hating on the lineup. The lineup is dope. There's going to be a lot of big names in the area. You know what I'm saying? A lot of opportunities. So even if you're not going to something in the water, pop out to the ocean front. You know what I'm saying? Have your business cards on deck. Have your, you know what I'm saying? Have your Instagrams ready and just, you know what I'm saying? It's a perfect opportunity to work your move. There's going to be some big names walking around. So definitely don't be in the house that weekend. You're going to miss out. Another organization I want to highlight, Social Supply. I think they're also involved with something in the water, that event. So shout out Social Supply. Virginia's Got Talent. They do Buco every Wednesday. Virginia's Got Talent. They do an open mic. It's a free open mic too. They don't charge nothing, no entry fee, no fee to perform. So it's a perfect opportunity to get up there and practice your performance skills. So shout out DJ J Rock, Virginia's Got Talent. I talked about Zooskies already. Shout out Zooskies, man. Coalition DJs, Carrie Michelle, that's the family right there. They do this thing every third Wednesday in Hampton at Charm Lounge called New Music Wednesdays. I just got word tonight I will be judging this upcoming Wednesday event, April 20th, April 19th. So y'all definitely tap in. I'm gonna be up there judging. I think me and DJ Joe Pro and a couple other big hitters in the area, man. So I really feel humbled to be included with, you know, names like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I just started performing at open mics a few weeks ago, and now I'm judging shit. So nothing can stop you, man. As long as you stay consistent, stay focused, and keep God first, can't nobody stop you, man. Real talk.
That bet on me Monday. They better be.
You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna get into the bet on me in a little bit in the upcoming events, man. So let me see. Am I good with the and locals outside too, man? I want to shout out Red. She's always all over the place showing love. You know what I'm saying? Capturing content for different creatives. So shout out locals outside. Shout out Red. That's the team right there, man. Shout out Red, yo. She couldn't be here tonight. She's doing a lot of events. I think she's going to Vegas for an event or something like that. She wanted me to shout out. Just go follow locals outside, man. She got a lot of stuff going on. So shout out Red. But yeah, let's give a round of applause for the local orgs, man. So I want to end the spotlight giving some love to the videographers in the area, man. I feel like the videographers and engineers, they don't get a lot of love. It's usually the artists and producers. So I want to shout out to the videographers that's doing a lot of these artist videos. A couple that I'm really tapped in with. So I shouted them out last week: Gravity Films, Media Machine, High Class Heroes, 3 of the most consistent brands in the area as far as putting artists on and doing good videos. So shout out to them 3. My boy Axe Stream Shots, produced by Axe on Instagram. He's got a few different pages. He's starting his own videography and photography service. So make sure you tap in with Produce, PROD, by Axe, AXE. So he's got a lot of opportunities, he's going to be putting together some packages for artists. So if you're looking for photos, videos, he's going to get you right, man. He actually came through to my studio session I did last Thursday where I mixed my album, Who is F.A. Beats 2. That's going to be dropping in a few weeks. I did that at Artist Recording Studios. Axe pulled up on me, man. Got some crazy pictures, crazy videos. I'm going to start doing a rollout next week, so you're going to see some of those. So stay tuned for that. Shout out my brother Axe. And shout out my dog, Born Divine. He's a content creator over at Artist Recording Studios. That's the home team. Shout out Marcel and Brandon. But Born is super genuine dude, always super helpful, you know what I'm saying? He's always capturing content and trying to get back to the studio and help out whoever he can. He also cuts hair too, so if you need a fresh cut, hit up my brother Born. I think you can find him on Instagram at That's Born3. So shout out Born, shout out Axe, man. We got a lot of dope content on the way that they shot for Who is F.A. Beats 2, man. And shout out High Class Heroes too. I shouted them out, man, but I want to highlight that they just hit 1 million views, man. So shout out High Class Heroes. You know what I'm saying? They're going crazy. And, that does it for this week's Spotlight, man. So let's give a round of applause for everybody that was featured this week. You know what I'm saying? And these are not people that's hitting me up asking to be featured. These are people that I actually want to talk about because they putting in work or I think they dope. So if you want to be on the next week's Spotlight, make sure you putting in work, you know what I'm saying? And you'll be up here, man. It's nothing to stress about. I just like to highlight a couple of people. I can't highlight everybody every week, you know what I'm saying? Just the people that's been going crazy the past 2 weeks. So shout out to the Spotlight segment. I want to get into sports just real quick. You know what I'm saying? My team is the Lakers, so shout out Lakers, and we made it to the playoffs, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bron, shout out AD, shout out D'Angelo Russell. You feel me? We're going for another chip, man. So shout out to the Lakers, man. I'm proud of them boys, man. They finished the season off super strong, man. A lot of people was doubting us, bro. I think we finished the season like 17 and something. Like, it was a crazy record, but you know what I'm saying? I think the trades that we did was super dope, especially D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he was a Laker to begin with, so it was only right to bring him back to the winning team. I mean, come on. So shout out him. And like I said, we had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of trades. We had Russell Westbrook, which hurt me because he didn't do what I thought he was going to do. Patrick Beverly, you know what I'm saying? He kind of didn't do what I wanted him to do either. So I'm glad we made those trades, got some new people in. And we going crazy, man. So we facing Miami in the first round. I really think we got a good chance at beating them, to be honest. So I'm looking excited.
Grizzlies,
I think the playoffs.
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies?
Y'all facing Grizzlies in the first round.
You sure? I thought I looked it up today and it was Miami.
No, it's not. It's Miami on the West Coast.
It's Grizzlies?
It's Grizzlies.
Lakers and Grizzlies, correction. Lakers and Grizzlies. I feel even better about that matchup, to be honest. So let's just go ahead and say we're going to the next round to face the Warriors. You feel me? So as far as who I think is going to be in the semifinals, I think it's going to be the Bucks and the Knicks. I think it's going to be Philly and Boston. I think it's going to be the Suns and the Nuggets. And, of course, the Lakers and Warriors, man. So we're going to see how that end up. I think the game starts Saturday at 1 p.m. So I'm going to definitely be tapped in all day watching the game, just kicking it, man. So, and last but not least, I want to get into some upcoming events and recent events. I talked about April 19th, the New Music Wednesdays at Charm Lounge in Hampton. That's hosted by Coalition DJs and Carrie Michelle. So shout out to them. I think the slots are closed up, but look out for next month. They do it every month, every third Wednesday. They also do it in DC and Richmond as well. So stay tuned for that. And if you perform in Hampton and do well enough, they'll send you to perform in Richmond or DC or one of the other spots. So it's a great opportunity. It's definitely worth the bread. April 17th, Monday, the Bet On Me Showcase, man, hosted by Royal Shy, music by DJ Benz. Judges are myself, Hefe Beats, DJ Joe Pro, and DJ Jack of Spade from 103 Jams, man. So big hitters, man. I'm up on there with big hitters, man. I'm humbled, I'm blessed. And I'm excited to see some dope artists. I want to say it's 15 slots. You know what I'm saying? I think my brother Curly, I think he performing. 3, you performing, bro, Monday? Or you pulling up? You performing on the Bet On Me? Yeah, hell yeah. So 3-5, Yap 2 times, he'll be there as well as Cash Curly, man. You know what I'm saying? YBC Curly. So it's a lot of YBC mob shit. They're gonna be in the building talking their talk and doing their thing, man. So you don't want to miss that. That's gonna be in Chesapeake at King's Hookah Lounge. So that's April 17th. April 19th is New Music Wednesdays. April 28th through the 30th is a Something in the Water event and my birthday weekend. My birthday is 4/28, so we going stupid that whole day, that whole weekend, man. It's gonna be multiple stages, multiple events going on for local acts. So make sure you stay tuned in. I mentioned a couple of them earlier, so make sure y'all stay tuned into that. Another event that's going on is run by Disc Freak. They're doing an event at the Dairy Queen. I think they're gonna have a stage out there. That's gonna be hosted by my brother Zero to God. So that's gonna be hard. They're gonna have Lex Luger, Randana, Bakery Boys, and a few more local acts out there. So shout out to them. That's gonna be stupid crazy. And recap of past events. I told y'all last Thursday I couldn't make it to Foolery Hour because I was mixing my next studio album, Who Is Hefe Beats 2. And man, when I tell y'all it's a no skip, like we shooting 100% from the field for real, like no misses on the album. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about how many songs it is yet. I'm gonna be releasing the cover art next Thursday. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be crazy. And then the week after, I'm gonna do the track list. So that's coming very soon. I just uploaded it tonight, and the official release date for the album is 5/5/23, man. So May 5th, Who Is Hefe Beats 2. Make sure you put it in your calendars, man. We're going crazy. I'm promoting crazy the next 2 or 3 weeks. We're doing stupid rollouts. I'm gonna have some artists come up here and perform. Zero to God was gonna be here and perform tonight. He had another thing to do because I told you he's getting ready for Something in the Water. So he'll be back next week to do some crazy performances. He's gonna perform a couple songs off the album, and I'm gonna do a quick interview on him because he's a real interesting dude. There's some questions I want to ask Zero, you know what I'm saying, about how he got into music and you know what I'm saying, where he grew up at and all that type of stuff. So that's gonna be a fun episode for next Thursday. So make sure y'all stay tapped in. That'll be episode 5. And I want to say that's it for the past events. I think I talked about the event I went to at the Bunker a few weeks ago. It was a Saturday. They had Vogue, Icy, Fishscale, Rabble, and I think Kyrie 3600 was there and a few others. That was a cool event. That was at the oceanfront at the Bunker. Real dope vibes. It was a real dope turnout too. So like I said, man, the rollout's gonna be starting real soon for my next album, Who Is Hefe Beats 2. Cover art is dropping next Thursday, so stay tuned to that. Created by Connor, who I do Tom Foolery with. So shout out my brother Connor, man. The official release date, like I said again, May 5th, 2023, man. So 5/5/23, 3 weeks. We're going freaking crazy, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, next week, he couldn't be here tonight, Zero to God, but he'll be here next Thursday at 8 o'clock. We're going to be doing an interview, and we're going to do a world premiere of one of our biggest songs on the album, man. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I just gave y'all the first exclusive on the album. It has been uploaded. The release date is set, is locked in, May 5th, 2023. And yeah, it's going to be some crazy artists, man. I don't even want to get into too much about it. Y'all going to see next week when Zero pull up. We're going to do the world premiere. And yeah, this is Foolery Hour, man. So let's give yourselves a round of applause for tuning in again. Episode 4, you feel me? This your boy Hefe Beats. Y'all can follow me right now on Instagram, ELXJEFE. That's ELXJEFE. That stands for El Hefe. You can follow me. I do a lot of different events in the area, so I'm always trying to show and give opportunities to artists and producers. So definitely stay tapped in with me there. Tap in with Tom Foolery. That's Tom Foolery VB on Instagram. Future World Sport Network. I believe that's FWS_network. Future World Sport, that's just Future World Sport. And then Community Love Norfolk. I want to go ahead and shout out to my brother Trap Star Mogul, aka I Support, who will be hosting the Next Up open mic, which will be starting right after we come back from a quick commercial break, man. So I appreciate y'all tuning in for another week, man. This is Hefe Beats, broadcasting live from the Future World Sport Network, the global standard. And you can catch me back here next week. It's going to be a really crazy episode, man. It's going to be some dope performances, some special guests. Like I said, I'm doing an interview with Zero the God and possibly a couple others, you know what I'm saying, depending on how the scheduling go. So make sure y'all stay tuned in every Thursday at 8 o'clock. And we will be posting this later on tonight. So if you missed a couple things, definitely make sure you stay tuned in because we'll be posting it on YouTube. All you got to do is type in Future World Sport. You'll find everything you need to, man. The Foolery Hour episode and next up. So, you know what I'm saying? This is Hefe Beats. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. I told y'all, ELXJEFE. I'm going to catch y'all next week, man. Much love.